Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is about the Kohler 1750 generator. Now we're going to take a look at this thing. Check to see if it has compression. Oh, it's kind of squeaky. If you come on in here, look in here, I think we see some rat's nests, so we're going to have to address that situation. Let's check the oil. Yeah, that's black. So we'll do an oil change on that. Seems we're missing hardware here. Once we pull this cover off, we'll check for spark. Check the air filter. Oily. So we'll replace that air filter. Now we'll put it aside. And let's check for gas. A little rusty there. Here. Oh, it doesn't look too terribly rusty inside the tank. Okay guys, we're going to start taking it apart and figure out what's wrong with this bad boy. Okay guys, we're going to start by removing the top plate, the side plate, testing for spark if we can, and checking out what's in here. 6.5 millimeter driver's size bolts. We got one right there. Remove the oil cap. We got one right here. Like I said, some are missing. Another one right here. We've got a ground bolt on this side. Looks 10 millimeter. And it's 8. There we go. Cover's coming right off. And it looks like we do have a little nest in here. I have no idea what that is. Well, we'll clean it out and we'll spray it out. Probably could have been some of the squeak there.
Well, a little piece of dog food over there too.
Okay, while we're here, take off this plate, and then we'll test for spark. Spark plug is black, but it looks okay. We'll replace it anyways. Now, if you can zoom in on that spark plug, we can see if we're going to have any spark. And we got great spark. We're going to finish dismantling the rest of this engine, blow it off, and get to work on removing this carburetor. I put the oil cap back on so nothing goes back in there. Okay, now with the clean, it's a little easier to work on. And we'll start by removing this air piece here. The boot looks good. On most of these, the boot gets bad. Looks like we got some Phillips heads there. One. 2, 3. Thinking 3 is all I see. Okay, so we're gonna remove the choke. And now this carburetor should come right off. Okay, we're gonna have to remove the gas tank. To get this carburetor off, we are going to have to dismantle the gas tank. 13mm bolt here. We got another one over here on this side. Washer. We got a few more other bolts we gotta remove. In order to get this off. Nut right here. Okay, oh, dropped it. And that gas tank is still not coming off. Okay, we need to figure out what's holding it. Guys, so I found out the problem is still attached to this bracket, so I'm gonna have to take this whole cover off. Looks like that was welded on there. Busted off. We got some 8mm. Like that will make the whole cover just come up here. There's that heat shield. Okay, here's where it's holding on the gas tank, this plate right here. Adjustable wrench. There we go. Got one. Get the wrench in here. Yeah, it looks like in order to get this off, I'm gonna have to remove the muffler. So we'll do that next. Guys, if you made it this far, before you remove the muffler, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. New videos Wednesdays and Sundays. Now let's remove this muffler here so we can get this gas tank off and get this thing done. Looks like we're gonna have to remove more side paneling. We got 2 torque bits there. We got 2 T30 torque bits for the muffler. I'm gonna hit those with a little WD-40 just so we don't break them off or strip them out. Right out. And the whole engine dropped down. Muffler's off, heat shield. We'll hit that with some paint. Now, I see what they welded was the whole frame. Out of the frame. Got the muffler off. Now we can remove gas tank. This bolt here. Got one more bolt right here. Bring the carburetor with us. Now that we got this, a little wiggle room here, we can remove the throttle linkage. And the gas tank should come right off. Okay, let's take a look. We got more dog food scattered within the whole machine. So I think that's what the rats have been eating. Still have to oil that. Governor looks fine. Okay guys, when we come back, we'll clean the carburetor. Okay guys, let's clean the carburetor. Remove the idle control. No point to take off the whole end. It'll clean up without it. We're unscrewing the metering diaphragm part here. Looks like someone put a Phillips in there. Still got that Phillips. We'll replace that diaphragm. Okay, we want to make sure we got every hole we can get out to clean. And we'll toss our parts in the ultrasonic cleaner. And I'll catch you guys in 30 minutes. Okay guys, 30 minutes later. Carburetor looks good, looks clean. Blow this bad bitch out. And make sure we get every hole coming out the back, that's good. Inside the okay, looks good. Last part. Make sure everything's nice and dry. Put it all back together. We're going to screw this all the way in until it's nice and firm and then back it off 1 1/4 turn. There you go, firm. So 1 1/4. Got a new diaphragm right here. Put it down. Make sure it's lined up. Okie dokie. We'll start the screws and then hand tight them in. Just until they're firm there. We'll start with this Phillips. Back to the other ones. Choke works. Throttle works. Now that we're all done with the carburetor, we're going to go to the oil change. We're going to drain the oil, and then we're going to fill it back up once we get it all back in the machine and put together. So I had to take the bottom plate off in order to get to this oil fill thing right here. We're going to inspect the oil too and see what it looks like. I'm seeing no metal in there, but it is black. It hasn't been changed in a while. It was full, which is good. Okay guys, once it's all back together, we'll put fresh oil in it. Guys, carburetor's clean. Time for the reassemble. Put the gasket on. Carburetor. I get it on the right way. Be very gentle, don't break this shaft. Sometimes you gotta finagle it in there. And then it all comes in nice and easy. Okay, while it's loose, we're gonna put the gas tank on. Now with this one, you gotta get it up under behind here, so move the carburetor aside. You know what, actually we'll put the throttle linkage on right now while we got the carburetor loose.
The gas tank is skewed. Once we got the throttle
linkage on, now we'll focus on the gas tank, up and under back here. Just like that, everything's lined up right here. We can squeeze that carburetor back on there now. Just that gasket. And we'll start by putting the carburetor back on. So at least that's holding. The gas tank on. 3 Phillips. right there. Put the boot on, skinny side goes to the engine, big side goes to the carburetor. We'll make sure it's actuating at the governor. It is. We'll screw back on the idle screw. There we go. Now, since the gasing's on, put these bolts back on here. 1. 2. You can see the little tiny. Now we'll put the gas tank back on there. Top part. Okay, now we'll start with the side. Guys, we're gonna put the muffler back on. I spray painted it with some high heat. Put the heat shield on. Get it into position. So. Two T30 torque bits. Spinning around this way. The muffler cover on. A few washers here. Put a few 13 bolts back on there. Flip it around. I got the engine mounted up as best I can. With this side being broken here, that we earlier in the video we found that someone tried to weld. It's the best we can do here, so we're gonna go over here. Bolt this heat shield back up. Connect these parts as best we can with the engine being on level. Heat shields back up. Okay guys, first things first, we're gonna put a new spark plug in. The old one had a Champion, we're putting NGK in there. I'm gonna go hand tight first so we don't mess up the threads. And then we'll tighten it down. Spark plug's on. Now the cover. It was missing a bunch of hardware from before, so it's still all funky. Now the top part. Hopefully it goes on with these. Okay, let's bolt her down. Okay guys, now that we got this all bolted back together, all put back together, besides the air filter, which we'll do here in a minute, we're gonna add some oil. We're adding standard 10W30 to it. The best way I found to do it is fill these ketchup dispensers from Walmart. They're 97 cents. And that way you eliminate the need of a funnel. And it normally takes about 1.5. I had a bunk lid. Remember, this is just 10W30. But with these, no need for a funnel. Okay, we're gonna let that sit for a second. And then we're gonna take a measure of it. See where we're at. Dipstick looks relatively new, clean. But we still need a lot of oil. So we're gonna finish this other one off. Check it. And there we go, fellas, back up. Okay guys, last part, we're gonna put a brand new air filter, which we got right here. We're gonna put all that back on. Cap back on. We're gonna add some fresh gas to it. Now hopefully we can start it with up front. Gas cap back on. And moment of truth. Choke it. Oh, there we go.